There's 2 times a year in Pendleton. It's before Roundup and after Roundup.
It's one of the most iconic rodeos in the country and a premier event in the state of Oregon, the Pendleton Round-Up, gearing up for its 114th year.
Yeah, the bulls are bucking in just a week and a half, and the Pendleton whiskey will be flowing. We're diving into all things Pendleton Roundup here this morning, right now. Joining us live from Pendleton, we have the Pendleton Roundup Director, Pat Rier, and Pendleton Whiskey Brand Heritage Director, Tia Bledsoe. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Appreciate the time. It's so exciting. I love the Roundup. I love talking about the Roundup. The 114th edition, only 10 days away. Pat, what's new at the Roundup this year?
Well, there's a lot new. Several items. I mean, we kick off the week on Saturday, September 7th with our kickoff concert. So Clay Walker and Eddie Montgomery is our concert. Then we kick into the Pendleton Whiskey Extreme Bulls Tour finale. And what's new at that is we have a fan zone, which is a free area. If you don't have a ticket, because we usually sell out, you can go watch the Extreme Bulls. And then on Tuesday, we crown the champions. We're going to be a Golden Circle event, which is we're going to fundraise for pediatric cancer families. So our champions that we crown on Tuesday of the Extreme Bulls and then Saturday of the Roundup will be Golden Circle Award.
Oh my gosh, so much fun action. Well, it's funny, Tia, I often think about folks maybe outside of the Pacific Northwest who hear Pendleton Roundup and their first thought might actually be Pendleton whiskey. So what are Pendleton whiskey's ties to the Roundup?
Well, it's our namesake event. It's really our story, our heritage. It's who we are. We were so fortunate, 20 years ago to be a partner of the Roundup, who really truly introduced us to the sport of rodeo. And now we sponsor numerous rodeos around the country as the official whiskey. But it all started with this one rodeo in Northeast Oregon, the Pendleton Roundup.
Yeah, like you said, it's really synonymous, with each other, both the Roundup and the whiskey. So with that said, Tia, what are the cocktails, what are the different whiskeys that we are whipping up here and can expect over at the Roundup this year?
Well, so with Pendleton whiskey, I think one of the most fun things that I get to talk about is the surprise and delight of you have your true and tried with the Pendleton Coke, Pendleton Ginger Ale, but what I like to introduce people to is a Pendleton Margarita, which we love to call the Rodeo Rita.
Ooh.
And really, truly, it's really delicious if you haven't had one. But the nice thing about our product is it's so approachable. Every SKU, Pendleton Midnight, Pendleton 1910, the original, they're really approachable and easy to drink and mix well. So in your traditional cocktails, a Bloody Mary, a lemon drop, add some Pendleton whiskey and you will be surprised and delighted.
Ooh.
I can do that. I can do that for you. I would be glad to.
Just a couple little samples for a little sniff this morning. It's a little early for the hard stuff for us here on the show, but I just think it's so cool. You've got this history and innovation kind of combined together in a lot of Pendleton whiskeys. Talk us through some of the different types of Pendleton whiskey as well. What can folks kind of look for in some of these gorgeous bottles?
Sure. So you'll find each of those products on the grounds at the Pendleton Roundup. We're very fortunate of all the pouring stations they have. But Pendleton whiskey is the original that we launched with. Pendleton 1910 is a 12-year, 100% Canadian rye, so a little bit more pepper, smoke, but everything finishes very smooth. Your Pendleton Midnight is portion aged in American brandy barrels. It's 90 proof, so it's got a little bit more heat on the front. But again, one of the things that really is stay true with the portfolio products is the smooth finish to each of those.
I mean, yeah, you get that vanilla note right away when you get a little sniff. And
you really
oak
do.
Barrel, it just so
delightful.
Smooth, so
All
nice.
right. Well, Pat, if somebody has not been to the Roundup, what is that push? I mean, for example, I grew up going to the St. Paul Rodeo. I grew up nearby there, so been going to that my entire life. Pendleton, it's so big. How different is the experience if somebody's never been to the Pendleton Roundup specifically?
Yeah, no, it's and those are great rodeos too. But the Pendleton Roundup is a very iconic event. It's a community event, so not just a great rodeo and show in the arena, but the whole community gets around it. So there's shopping, there's downtown events, every business is open. during Roundup. It's kind of the harvest week for a lot of small businesses. You know, when you show up the arena, there's lots to do. Lots of pouring stations, as Tia mentioned. The iconic leather buck room. So if you want to go get a whiskey, you go in the leather buck room. There's a double deep bar, which is on the east side of the arena. Great place to watch the rodeo action. You know, we're the 10-time large outdoor rodeo of the year, so you know, the contestants and the contract personnel have voted and consider us the best of the best.
That's awesome. Well, boy, if that's not a reason to say cheers.
I know,
I don't
seriously.
know. I don't know what is.
We'll say cheers.
That's a letter buck.
And letterbuck.
Cheers and letterbuck to this year's
absolutely.
Pendleton Rodeo. Tia, Pat, thank you so much for joining us, and have fun at this year's Roundup.
Ian Pendleton.
Thank you.
And if you want to snag those tickets, as Tim mentioned, a lot of the events do sell out. So go to pendletonroundup.com right now to plan your weekend. And for more about the whiskey, if you're just going to enjoy the Roundup in a glass, you can go to pendletonwhiskey.com.
I do love